All right, case number 2. We're ready to go. Figure I'd give enough time to give a few people in the room while number 1 was uploading. All right, guys, we did hobby first. We're going to go ahead and knock out 2 jumbos. Sealed case. Hit recap will be at the end of this case as well. And then the final case will have its hit recap and a separate video for complete hit recap. Eight boxes. Go ahead and pop another 55. Okay. Here we go. I think I may do a 5 case break next. Started out with a 3, go to a 5, maybe work our way to a 10. See a red auto of somebody big or a few golds. I see some smashing cards. Yeah, the two orange autos made it a nice case. Then the Harper SP came out finally. Marty, how are you doing today? Guys, good luck. I flipped through the paper because we are looking for the Bryce Harper, Brock Burke Sparkle. 149 out of 299. Hayer, Robles, Shaw, Madrigal. The two oranges were Steele and Kobe Allard. The paper will be with the chrome. See, with me, I've only pulled one of them. So we were making a joke about it the other night. I've actually pulled the same amount of supers as I have Bryce Harper's. Brian Anderson, 141 out of 250. Purple paper. Right behind it, Andrew Neisner. 260 out of 499. That was your random player. Wander Franco. Matt Mercer, base auto. Eloy Jimenez, 134 out of 150. Atomic, ready for the show insert. Kyle Wright, Joey Wentz. I almost went to my Facebook ways of fanning through the cards. Magical. I actually had someone message me on eBay and asked me very politely to make sure to show all the cards. And I said, not a problem. Christian Santana, 416 out of 499, refractor auto. I think he's going to be a good ball player, him and Cartaya. Cartaya stuff is seems like it's a little high right now for redemption. Blake Rutherford, 44 out of 125. I want to say this is only the second jumbo I've opened. I think all I've opened so far is hobby. I want to say I opened a jumbo on release day, but other than that, it's been hobbies. I think Alex has opened. Him and Ormac opened all of the jumbos so far. Nate Lowe, purple, 173 out of 250. Purple refractor auto. Nate Lowe. He said keep the low coming. Box 1 in the books. All right, so I got 21 people in the room. Which ones do you guys prefer, jumbos or hobby? I want to see if I'm the outcast or not. I love hobby. Me personally, ripping for myself, I love hobby. And it's strictly from the color standpoint of it. Out of hobby. Let's say I'm a sucker for the oranges. I'm a 100% sucker Todd and Venture says jumbos. So you guys are saying that the jumbos outweigh the orange autos. Chris says jumbos. Jumbo. Damn. There's just a couple of us, fellas. There's just a couple of us. I was expecting it to go the other way. Yeah, I was expecting those numbers to go the opposite direction. I may look at it to do 3-case player break. I might do on the 5, 3 and 2. Do 3 and 2. You got your red out of a blaster. Six-toe Sanchez, 5 fingers, 6 toes, 98 out of 125. That's the way I was with Prism Basketball. Prism Basketball, I opened 2 cases myself, hit 0 Doncic Silvers, bought probably 30 hanger packs, hit 4. Joey Bart, paper. I did better with Prism Retail, the retail cases, than I did the actual regular cases. Matt Mercer, 403 out of 499. Refractor auto. Matt Mercer. He's chasing me. Nick Neidert, 283 out of 499. Paper. Anthony Heisner, base auto. On the autos, yeah, it's same thing every year, just new players. They gotta figure out a way to get that boy's hands is probably tired from the amount of autos he signed. Probably signed 10,000 base autos, so they could equally distribute them in every case. Yeah, so they can make sure that there was 1 or 2 per case that they had. What I thought was crazy, there's more chrome in hobby than there is in jumbo. There's more paper in jumbo, of course, but there's more chrome in hobby. $40 times. And see, I'm the same way with Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer's been the one that pops out in every single case, it seems like. Numbered 31 out of 199, Jordan Groshans. That is the All-American Auto spot. Jordan Groshans, that's the best auto that kid has produced yet. Casey Mize, 39 out of 150. If anybody did a lot of 18 draft, you know exactly what I'm talking about with Groshans autos. He used the Rod Woodson pen. Connor Capel, 88 out of 150, blue refractor auto. You like the orange autos as well, Technologist? Yeah, the orange autos, I mean, I don't know, you get a third, well, there's 24 autos in a jumbo case, so you get a half the autos, but you get an orange auto the majority of the time. So, I don't know, I kind of think that the orange auto outweighs some of the other autos that are pulled. Yeah, that was, yeah. Remember, we couldn't do one per case. We had to go, the oranges are numbered to 25. We had to do one per 2 cases, Marty. Remember? Yeah. Man comes in the room the other night and says, so there's a super guaranteed one per case? I said, well, no. The next night, super gets pulled. He's got the same team in both breaks. I was like, all right, we'll figure out the correlation. It's one per 2 cases now. Coming in this case, yeah. Well, actually, Marty, I pulled a printing plate last case. So does that mean that I'm good since it's technically a 101? How long have I been using OBS? Strictly for YouTube, Chris. I use XSplit for Facebook, but for some reason the XSplit quality on YouTube is horrible, and I don't know if that's strictly my setup or what it is. I am 1000% computer illiterate, so I cut them on, I cut them off. I know the websites I go to. Everything else, it's somebody else is helping me do it. So, but I've used OBS. I used OBS for box busters and breakers. Yeah, a question for the lawyer. XSplit's simple. It's very simple. The one thing I'm not fond of is you see the black borders on the side. I'm not fond of that. Victor Mesa Jr., purple, 85 out of 250. But if I blow the screen up, it takes away from other areas. So the camera, instead of you having the little bit of room here, the camera would be right on top of the boxes. So, and normally I got the video pushed over and there's a spreadsheet on this right hand side with all the teams and stuff like that. So it's no bother normal. You got 350 listings on a player break. I didn't do the spreadsheet for it. But XSplit, to me, XSplit is a lot nicer, but OBS is a lot easier to use. Rylan Bannon, 358 out of 499, refractor auto. But with OBS, I've got it set up for different scenes and stuff like that, so it's just I push a button and it's ready. I want to figure out how they're doing the Sunbreakers are doing the snapshots, like right there. If I was holding the Brent Rooker, it would take a shot of it and then it would be over here to the side. Brent Rooker, 39 out of 499. So all the hits would be like in a slideshow, the entire break. As far as I know, Marty, and I could be wrong, but I've seen a Soto, an Acuna, and a few others. Like I said again, guys, I'm not very good with computers, so Victor Mesa Jr. His auto says Victor Mesa Jr. Four of them to 30 and the rest are to 100. I would think that Cardboard Connection would probably have print runs on everything. The Pash, and then you hit the super non-autoed of him. Yeah, it wouldn't let me. Did you see that it wouldn't let me discount that, Marty? For some reason, it was like I couldn't change the price. So, like I told you, I just do a partial refund on it. That was very weird because I've been able to do that before on other stuff. Travis Swaggerty, 218 out of 499. Sean Murphy, top 100, numbered 4 out of 50. Sean Murphy. He is numbered 50 out of the top 100. One of the oldest active eBay accounts. I think mine's been around since 2011, but it was strictly as a buyer account. And then I started using it to sell singles and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out the whole how I can sell singles and run a break thing off the same account. I just don't want it to be too cluttered when you're looking for the teams or whatever. 99. Ooh, I was 17 years old then. Yeah, 17 years old. During the home run race, I started on eBay probably 2001 buying up Griffey cards. My computer died, I want to say in like 2002 or 3, and I never got another one. So by the time I did go and buy another computer, it was, a couple of years later, I forgot all the passwords and everything like that. He was 19. Yeah. I'll be 37 Sunday. Yeah, my birthday is Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. My wife's birthday was Friday. This past Friday. Made a killing on McGuire rookies. Dane Dunning, 112 out of 250. Purple paper. $800 different Griffies at one time. Whew. 800 Griffies at one time. Yeah, I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of Griffies. Somebody asked me at the show Saturday, he's like, why do you have so many of the same Griffies? I said, well, why wouldn't you? Why would you not have so many of the same Griffies? Danny Jansen, 242 out of 250. I got a few of the triple threads rainbows with the printing plates and stuff. I own, I don't want to say it's 2015. I think it's 15. I think I own every printing plate patch auto out of that entire set. I got a bunch of the Dynasty 9.510s. I don't know. I collect stuff, man, and I think sometimes it's not so much collecting as it is obsessive compulsive of having to have all of them. Thank you, Anthony. You have a good day, sir. Kyle Mitchell, 212 out of 299 sparkles. His prices are rising up. I think he's one of the better buys currently. He's a good hitter. He's young. He said pull me 2 or 3. Victor, man, from what I've seen on Victor, when they come out, they're coming out in 2s. Chris, have you seen that as well? 89 out of 150, you're hitting if you hit a refractor, you're getting 2. My opinion on graded versus non-graded, Todd, I would say myself, just cards that I either sell or hoard, I would say I grade probably 300 a month myself. Just for me personally. And I am more along the lines on PSA for smaller stuff, and Beckett for anything over a certain dollar amount. Roberto Ramos, base auto. Gold non-auto. Would I grade it? Yes. Would I grade it to keep or would I grade it to sell? It depends on how you feel about Ronald Acuna. I'll make a video for you guys sometime tonight. I'll go live back on YouTube, and I'll show some of you guys the stuff that I grade. Some of you will laugh, and some of you will like, that's kind of cool. But I like to set up at shows, and people love the cheaper graded stuff. So I'm not so much of a high-end buyer, seller, any of that. You know, I collect a little bit of it, but not much. So I don't know, I'm probably in the 50 to 200 range is my comfort zone. Like, the worst thing that happened to me was I had a blue Vladimir Guerrero Jr. auto, 9510. I think I paid like $3,000 for it. So I was nervous the entire time I had it. 19 out of 150, Nolan Jones. Man, it all depends, Chris. Roberto Ramos, 21 out of 125. If it's any of the older stuff, vintage, I PSA every bit of it. But the newer cards, it all depends on the card. Depends on the value, the dollar amount, the auto. So if you have a streaky auto, 9 times out of 10, Beckett will grade it a 9 on an auto. PSA does not grade that auto. So if your card comes back a PSA 10, it gets top value. Tommy Romero, 17 out of 100, atomic auto. PSA, yeah, and if the 93 SPs, well, even with those, I mean, hell, 9s are worth good money. Yeah, you hit a PSA 10 on something like that, you're looking at great money. But yeah, I'll do a little video or something tonight on my last PSA sub that I got in. Dane Dunning, 466 out of 499. I usually do all of those in our Facebook group, but I was talking to my partner about that, and we were talking about maybe starting to do it on YouTube because we do a lot of grading for people. So I would say probably 200 or 300 cards a month through other people. Well, excuse me, for other people. And then I'm another 300 or 400 a month myself. I think he's probably around the same. Yes, I sold the Guerrero. I actually just sold 2 of my refractors in the last couple of days as well. I am completely out of Vlad Guerrero autos. I got a ton of his color stuff and some old chrome, stuff like that. Yeah, I was breaking the other night, and we were talking about it, Chris, and I was like, you know what? I got some Vlads on eBay that I need to pull down because I had them up. They were cheap. I was like, I'm gonna pull them down and see what happens. Before I got done breaking, they both had sold. I was like, all right. I was heavily invested in Boba Fett for a while and got rid of all of those that I had. Now I think the person that I've got the most money in is probably Eloy. Right now, currently, is probably Eloy. Yeah, well, all I did was I took some of the money from one of them and went to the card show that we had Saturday and bought some other stuff. So, my dog is in there. He's just barking away at something. Have no clue. And Acuna, yeah. Acuna's one that's a tricky one, man, because like his heritages went from $30 to $60 in 2 days. So like I think I had like 25 Heritage PSA 10s. I started selling those just as quickly as I possibly could when they reached 50, $55. The one that I'm surprised hasn't taken the spike yet was Soto. Soto stuff hadn't spiked up again. When Acuna hit that 7,000 foot home run a couple of weeks back, everybody jumped right back on the Acuna train. I don't think that ball's landed yet. I think they're still waiting on it. To unload prospects, man, I'm horrible at that. I mean, some people will say hold them until they get called up. I'm the exact opposite. Andrew Keisner, 205 out of 250. I tend to move them whenever they're hot. Yeah, I tend to move those when they're hot. You know what I'm saying? So, like right now, okay, Yordan Alvarez. I've been buying and selling them. Just as soon as I buy them, a couple days later, he hits another home run. They go up 20, 30%. I sell them. So I'm probably not the one that could give you the best advice on that one. Nick Madrigal, printing plate auto. 2 cases in a row. Not a super, but we're going to claim it. That's what the lawyer's for, Marty. Nick Madrigal, 101 magenta plate auto. 2 cases, 2 printing plates. We keep the streak alive. And some players dip. Like Eloy's stuff went high right before the call up. Then they called him up. He didn't do great, so his prices dropped 30%. You know, his blue gems were doing like 1,800, 17 to 1,800. I think at one time they were up almost to 2,000, and I believe right now you can buy one for 1,400. Mike Trout, 30th anniversary. This is the guy that's got me confused right now. Pete Alonso. His base gems are doing, his base PSA 10s are doing 5 to 600. That one's a little on the head scratcher for me. Is acceptable. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Matt Manning, 2 out of 250. I've always said, Chris, that it's hard for me to pass up today's money for the hope of next week's money on cards. $300 at 30 plus. Steven Strasburg is the reason why I will not buy pitcher autos anymore. Rylan Bannon, base auto. Why anyone wants him? Because the Braves have had a track record the last 2 years of producing good ball players with Albies, Acuna, Camargo, Austin Riley. So they're thinking they're doing projected. You know, they're projecting that he's going to be somewhere along the line of the other guys. Anthony Rizzo, 413 out of 499. Yeah, Steven Strasburg. I think I want to say I lost like $5,000 to $7,000 on Strasburg. Strasburg was my kryptonite. Him and Manny Margot. Manny Margot. It's painful to say that name. I know a lot of guys was Alex Jackson. I wasn't as bad on Alex Jackson. $142 out of 499. Nate Pearson. Oh, my wife, Chris. My wife could come in here right now and I'd be like, "What do you think about these baseball cards?" And she'll tell me. She'll tell you guys. You know what? This is the one room in the house that he can have his stuff. You know, stuff everywhere. So it doesn't. As long as it's out of sight, it's out of mind for her. But if she comes in here like tonight or tomorrow, she'll look at me and be like, this office is a mess." I'm like, "Yes, it is. I'm so sorry." Yes, it is. As soon as the shipping's done, it'll be back to normal. Christian Santana, 51 out of 299. Well, Fernando Tatis Jr. was garbage in 2016, Marty. I was buying up all of the Fernando Tatis Jr.'s as we were breaking. I had at one time 90% of the population through Beckett with all high color golds, blues, oranges, everything. Could have bought the Super. I want to say the Super sold for like $1,200. Matt Skrimsky had the Super. Did somebody say hoarder? Yes. Yes, we did, Perkins. There's the the biggest hoarder of all time. Man, Todd, my room is 36 by 14. Okay, my office is 36 by 14. The desk that I am breaking on, I built. I built this room that I'm in. Okay, the desk that I'm breaking on, I built. It is 42 inches from the wall to where I'm at. It is 11 feet 8 inches long. That is just my desk. I've got 1, 2, 3 industrial shelves in here that go up. I think they're about 6.5, almost 7 foot tall. That are completely stacked with three row white boxes or cases. I think right now I've got over 115 3-row boxes of cards. Not including what I have in the graded 2-row boxes, the custom cases that Clint Anderson builds, for my little fireproofing. It's ridiculous. I mean, and William Perkins actually came to my house just to hang some jerseys. He came up. We were hanging out. We went and bought a bunch of display cases for him to put the jerseys in. Yeah, on this desk there are 2 monitors here. There are 2 monitors on the wall. There's another monitor about 4 feet away from me, 2 desktops, a laptop, and a 70-inch TV. So, like I said, at one time, I was doing a lot more than what I'm currently doing. I was doing a lot more bulk. Now I'm trying to slow that down just a touch because I actually like to get sleep and spend time with my family. Tell them, Perkins, it's almost ridiculous, ain't it, buddy? 88 Don Russ Commons. AJ Puck, 354 out of 499. Yeah, I took hoarding to a whole nother level. What happened is I watched that movie with Matthew McConaughey and Leonardo DiCaprio, and DiCaprio said that those was rookie numbers, and I was like, those are rookie numbers. I was like, okay, let me get that up a little bit. And if I'm going to a card show, it's even worse because I'm trying to figure out what all I want to take with me. Aaron Savelli. Savelli. He still wants to go shopping. Take her shopping. Happy wife, happy life. My wife comes in here after I get done and says, you know what, I'd like to go to dinner tonight. We're going to dinner tonight. Happy life, happy wife. Oh, man. Yeah, I already know. 178 out of 499, Michael Kopech. Tell him, Shoe, she pretty much stays out of here for the most part because she has full-fledged OCD, and I go through the house and just kind of move pictures a couple inches here and there. Like our refrigerator, all the labels are facing you. They're all straight. Same thing with the cans and stuff in the cabinets. He said, heck no, make her wait. Austin Riley, 148 out of 150 blue. Exactly. Austin Riley blue chrome, 148 out of 150. Yeah, everything has its order. So this room right here would drive her a little crazy. Peter, as Shoe says, Peta. That's Peta Lonzo. Peter Lonzo. Gold Shimmer, 9 out of 50. And she started helping me recently. And she does not like my organizational skills that I have because it counteracts with the organizational skills that she has. And if I take any cards out of the eBay Buy It Now box, I'm supposed to leave a post-it note and tell her. That way she's not trying to do inventory 3 times a week on the same cards. It's quite funny. Nolan Gorman, 127 out of 499 paper. I haven't watched any Sunday Night Baseball yet this year. For the past couple of months, I've been trying to get caught up on Game of Thrones and a couple of other shows. Pete Alonso. He was in the Hunger Games. Kikuchi for the Seattle Mariners. Base auto. Base auto. Oh my gosh. I think UPS is out front. Guys, I may have to pause the break for just a second. Go grab these cases. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm going to pause me not opening up those last 2 boxes. Hang on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. was fun. 72 pounds of Bowman. Whew. Well, we got more Bowman cases. All right, last two boxes. That shipment was supposed to be here tomorrow, shoe. It showed up a day early. Man, I wish that was the case. Dude, I'm out of breath. I don't like it when people send me one box that weighs 45 pounds and the other one weighs 35 pounds. Seventh inning stretch. No, I got FedEx shows up at my house between 10 and 12 in the mornings. UPS shows up between 3 and 5. And I have a Jack Russell. My Jack Russell absolutely hates the UPS man. Don't know why, but he hates him. So it's almost like an act of Congress just getting out my door while the UPS man is here. In the background, I should have Harry Carey style. Oh, one. Oh, drunk Harry Carey. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right, let's do it. Alex Kirilloff, 43 out of 50, 30th anniversary. Gold. Right behind it, 3 out of 150, Matthew Liberatore, blue paper. I blame Perkins. William Perkins is the one who was like, 1 o'clock will be a perfect break time brew on a day that I don't have to work. I was like, you know what, Shoe? I'm going to take care of it. We're going to make it happen. Kyle Wright, 99 out of 150. Rookie of the Year, favorite. Insert auto. Third of those. You voted for 9 a.m. Yeah, I could have never made the 9 a.m. one. Cole Reagan, 61 out of 499. I was getting myself back on a normal schedule, Shoe, and then Endgame happened, and now I'm no longer on a regular schedule. I do sound like a full. Hey, Macy Rob Breaks and Bruce Breaks partnering up at Nationals. Yeah, it was faint, but you heard it. Shaking weed, Mr. Ghost. You hard at it today or not really? Darian Cruz, 59 out of 250. Purple refractor auto. Rob, you was talking about that glitch stuff yesterday. The same thing happened to me on a gold Jonathan India yesterday. There was 1 second left. I bid, and then there was 3 seconds left, and my bid didn't go through. The screen basically like refreshed on me. Yeah, I was fired up because I had, I'm sitting there looking at it like I'm the high bidder by 100. I was the high bidder on the India by over $100. 93 out of 299. The card sold for, I think, $78 less than what my max bid was. Hunter Green. He said, no, I didn't. I heard it. He said, I thought for sure it was the... No, that was not him. It's probably Cal Burmaster, because y'all was bidding on the same people. Casey Mize, base auto. What tripped me out was that Bart went for what he went for. Mauriciano and Luciano went for what they went for. And Bart's was like less than all of them. He wasn't even a top 5. Alright guys, we're down to the last box of Jumbo, case number 2. Once this is over, we'll do a hit recap. I'll end the video, come right back into another one, and we'll break the final case. A Bart, I seen an orange auto of his, orange shimmer auto of his Saturday come out of a box. I know the Super's been pulled already. Parvin, I think it was Parvin that pulled it. If it was on every player. I had a bunch of people telling me it was jumping around crazy on some players, some of the lesser players. Like the Aaron Judge kept jumping around. The Aaron Judge spot, somebody else. Did you go to Dallas this weekend of the show, or did you stay home? I know Landon said he was thinking about going. I don't know if he ever did. I think it was Dallas or San Antonio. Last box, guys. Good luck. Case number 2. So you had to miss it. I got you. Daniel Johnson, 17 out of 75. A Lion auto. No Julio Pablo yet. Yeah, no Julio Pablo yet. Glaber. Ronnie Mauricio, base auto. I like Mauricio. No Wanders. There were 2 oranges, a Steel, and I'm trying to think of the pitcher, Kobe Allard. There were 2 orange autos in the hobby case. Juan Soto, 299 out of 499. Right behind it, a Florial, 435 out of 499. Victor Mesa refractor auto, 358 out of 499. Victor VV. Was the best out of the whole case. Leody Taveras, 120 out of 125 shimmer. That's what I said. Normally his stuff's popping 2s at a time. If there's a refractor, there's normally something else. But I don't know if we pulled all the autos out of this one yet or not. Maybe we've hit the 3. Brady Singer, base auto. Yeah, Madrigal. The Madrigal 101 printing plate auto. Brady Singer. Alright guys, that is the end of case number 2. I'll do the hit recap real fast. We'll end the video, come right back into number 3. I'll get these cards boxed up and the new one set on the desk, ready to go. Alright guys, hit recap. Case number 2, Victor Mesa Jr. base, Brent Rooker out of 499, Rylan Bannon refractor auto, Victor Mesa Jr. out of 250, Connor Capel blue auto, Casey Mize out of 150, Jordan Groshans All-American out of 199, Andrew Keisner base, Nick Neidert out of 499, Matt Mercer out of 499 refractor auto, Sixto Sanchez out of 125, Nate Lowe out of 250 auto, Blake Rutherford out of 125, Christian Santana out of 499, Eloy Jimenez atomic out of 150, Matt Mercer base, Keisner out of 499, Brian Anderson out of 250, Brock Burke sparkles, AJ Puck out of 499, Christian Santana out of 299, Nate Pearson out of 499, Anthony Rizzo out of 499, Rylan Bannon base auto, Matt Manning out of 250, Nick Madrigal printing plate magenta printing plate auto 101, Andrew Keisner out of 250, Dane Dunning out of 499, Tommy Romero out of 100 atomic auto, Roberto Ramos out of 125, Nolan Jones atomic out of 150, Roberto Ramos base auto, Adonis Medina out of 150, Cal Mitchell out of 299 sparkles auto, Danny Jansen out of 250, Dane Dunning out of 250, Sean Murphy insert auto out of 50, Travis Swaggerty refractor out of 499. Brady Singer base auto, Leody Tavares out of 125, Victor Mesa refractor auto, Estevan Florio out of 499, Soto out of 499, Ronnie Mauricio base auto, Daniel Johnson out of 75, Casey Mize base auto, Hunter Green sparkles, Darian Cruz out of 250 auto, Cole Reagans out of 499, Kyle Wright out of 150, Rookie of the Year favorites, insert auto, Matthew Liberatore out of 150, Alex Kirilov gold out of 50, Kakichi chrome auto, Nolan Gorman out of 499, Peter Alonso out of 50 gold shimmer, Austin Riley out of 150, Michael Kopech refractor auto, and an Aaron Savelli base auto. Guys, that is the hit recap from case number 2. Give me just a couple of minutes, guys, and I'll set right back up to do number 3. Thank you, guys.